Hi there, welcome back. In this lesson, we are going to understand the types of industries which uses mainframe. Or let us frame the question in another way. In which type of industries you can get a job as a mainframe programmer? So with that in mind, let us begin. Mainframes are costly. So you will not find the startups using mainframe, but most of the big companies are using mainframe for their operations. As we know that mainframe is a legacy system, that means mainframe is an old system, but still it holds more than 70% of data of most of the Fortune 500 companies. Now the advantage of using a mainframe computer is you can place this to different part of your business. You can also keep them remote as well. It can easily achieve the multitasking or multiprocessing for different type of your businesses with lot of ease. Now consider a case in which you want to plan multiple ATM centers. Now what you can easily do is you can place different ATM centers and you can connect all of them through the central mainframe server. Simple, right? Now we know that mainframe has a beautiful concept of virtualization, using which you can share the resources. Hence, mainframes are very well suited for the industries, for example, banks, insurance, share market, retailers, airline industry, healthcare industry, and lot more. In fact, mainframes are used in almost all the sectors. Even some of today's business websites also store their production database on a mainframe host. So let us understand in detail. What type of banks uses mainframe? Actually, more than top 90 banks out of 100 in US uses mainframe for their transactional processing. And the reason is very simple. See, banks want their transactions to be extremely secure and fast, right? Now, banks knows that multiple users will carry out the transaction from ATM machines in different locations at the same time, and mainframe is the best option to process this huge volume of data without any downtime issues. Now mainframe has a great software called Cics. It is also called as Cics. It stands for Customer Information Control System. This is especially designed for input-output operations. Now most of the banks who uses mainframe uses this feature of mainframe. If you notice, once you swipe your debit or credit card, the ATM machine reads the card and asks the user to enter the user ID or password or the amount of money which you want to withdraw, etc. This happens in interactive mode. What I mean is, you have to enter the user ID, then it will again ask for password. If the password is right, it will ask for amount and so on, right? So there is an interaction between you and the machine, right? Now you might be aware that your bank generates a monthly or daily statements of your transactions, which is often sent to you via email, and banks generate these type of reports by using batch processing feature of mainframe. So what exactly is batch process? So batch process is a process where the job is submitted for a particular purpose and the batch keeps on running until it meets the purpose for which it was run. Now during this period, the user can carry out any other operation as well. So in batch processing, no user interaction is required as opposed to online processing where the user interaction is required. So mainframe has both the features, that is online processing as well as batch processing. And that is the reason most of the banks uses mainframe. Now the next important industry which uses mainframe are insurance and share market. If you invest in share market, there are some companies who maintains the record of investors who buy share, and they also maintains the company details who issue a particular share or list of shares. They also keep tracks of all the transactions which happens in share market and much more. Now in fact, I worked for an Australian company which uses mainframe in the share market, and I can give a full course on how mainframe are used in share market, but let us keep this lesson limited to industries and we will focus more on the type of industries in which mainframe are used. Alright, most of you have done shopping in supermarkets and you would have heard the biggest retailers of the world like Walmart, Tesco, etc. Right? And these relies heavily on mainframe for their operations. These types of big stores uses mainframe in their financial transaction for their distribution, for their logistics, inventory control, store management, item management, and much more. Now, when you book a ticket for an online reservation system or a railway ticket booking, please ask the operator to show you the screen through which they book your ticket. A lot of big airline companies uses mainframe for this particular purpose. So you can see that mainframes are also used in airline industry, as well as you can also see that it is used in railway reservation system. The next industry which comes to my mind is healthcare industry. A lot of healthcare companies like United Healthcare, Washington Health, Department of Social and Health Services, MedStart Health, and lot more healthcare companies are still using mainframe because healthcare companies relies heavily on data, and mainframe is the perfect solution for that job. Alright, that helped. Now keeping these things in mind, let us wrap up this session. And believe it or not, in the coming years, there will be a lot of mainframe opportunities. So please keep learning and happy learning.